everyone, welcome to bullet journaling class. So first off, what is a bullet journal? A bullet journal is pretty much a personalized, custom planner that is made totally for you and whatever you want, like your organizational style to be. It can be messy, it can be neat and tidy, but it's totally yours. So I'm here to help you figure out what your style is, because I pretty much know what my style is, but I just want to let you know I get a lot of my inspiration from Pinterest. So not everything is completely me. It's mostly amazing Pinterest people. So it's okay to look other places and be like, hey, I really like that. I'm going to do that. So that is one of the first tasks, to figure out what your style is. And the reason why you would use a bullet journal instead of just a regular planner is that a planner just it already has the pages made and it can get really tedious and boring. So I think that a bullet journal is great because you make it for you. I think that a planner, sometimes it doesn't have enough space, so you can really make everything for you. I cannot emphasize that enough. And a bullet journal, you start with just blank pages of a book. And that can sound pretty intimidating, but don't worry, I got you. So you start with blank pages and you create a planner that's totally for you, and you can make it fun. It doesn't just have to be calendars and to-do lists. It can be things like a wish list, a bucket list, birthdays of all your friends and family, and movies that you want to watch, books that you want to read, your mood tracker, all these kind of things. So it is a lot more fun than just a boring planner that already has the pages set, and I don't know, I think it's easy to really hate your planner, if you know what I mean. So, all right, let's get started. This video is pretty much an introduction and an overview of what this class is going to be, and I'm really excited to show you how amazing bullet journaling is, and I hope you love it as much as I do. So I'm going to show you some links of some things that you might want for this class. So this is the bullet journal I use for most things, and what I really like about it is that it's spiral so that you can rip out pages if you make a mistake, and also it has dotted pages. So it's really easy for me to make squares and different shapes and make them perfect. And then here are some cheap pens with lots of colors that you can use for different titles and whatnot. I do a lot of calligraphy, and these are dual brush pens. They're really nice quality. They have a great tip, and they don't get damaged easily. And there's two sides to them, so you can write with that side and then do calligraphy with that side. And then these are smaller tipped calligraphy pens. They're Tombow pens. I love these. I use these a lot. And here is the tip, and it's really awesome because it makes this really nice calligraphy font, and I can teach you guys a little tutorial on how to do calligraphy. And then lastly, here is a compass. I like using this if I'm making a circle or something. So here, those are just the basic things that I recommend. And of course, you don't have to buy any of these things. It's just what I like to do. Okay, here's my bullet journal. Each bullet journal starts off with a table of contents, and all the pages are numbered to keep you nice and organized and for easy access. So you can follow all of the table of contents that I put down, and you can just copy it into your book. Or if you want to do a little thing different, just the world is your oyster. You can do whatever you want. But if you do follow mine, just know that you're going to have to follow the page numbers. Because, for example, so it starts off with the August cover, and then the August calendar, which is 2 days, and then which is 2 pages, and then the August weekly, which is 5 pages. So you want to make sure that you space it correctly so you don't have an extra page, which is not actually a big deal, but if you need another page, it's kind of annoying because you're probably going to have to tape in a page. So just make sure that your number system is good to go. I want to discuss the key. The key is a really helpful resource when you are dealing with your calendar and your weekly covers. So each of these little icons will help you stay organized and identify everything that you have going on in your life. For example, you have tasks, events, and notes, which are all pretty similar. And you got urgent things, so you can label your tasks. Say like, oh, this is an urgent task I really need to get done right now. That's, for example, that's what you would do. Like maybe your taxes or something like that. And then if you have a really awesome idea and your appointments and meetings, for example, all the Zooms that we're going to have to do, that would probably go under that category. If you need to remember to send an email and kind of all of these, scheduling in your exercise, if you have a social and doctor's appointments, and then once things are completed, you can fill it in. And for example, if it's migrated or you move it, you, for example, have a dentist appointment and then you get it and it gets rescheduled, you would use this little triangle and put an arrow. And if, say, that dentist appointment is canceled, you would put a line through it. And then there are deadlines, birthdays, and things in progress. So, and then I left some room just in case I came up with my own little icons for my key. So this is a really helpful resource, and instead of just using like bullet points, because then that won't really help you. And you can even color code things. For example, if you have events, back when we could be around each other, I would put all of my sports, like all my practices and my games, I'd put it in orange or some color so I can identify it. So this, I really encourage you to make a key for yourself. And then we get into monthly covers, calendars, and weekly pages. So here we go. I will go through each page, and so you can kind of see an overview of what you're going to learn in this program. Here's a weekly cover, and then you see how I have pages to make other weekly covers for the entire month. Here are some examples of titles that you can use for your pages. Before I teach you all how to do calligraphy, here is the reference page that you can always look back on. Now I'm going to teach you how to use calligraphy pens. So I'm using my brush pen, and the rule of thumb for calligraphy is that when you are going up, it's a thinner stroke, and then when you're going down, it's thicker. So, if you are learning, I would suggest, just for practice, to write in cursive your word that you're trying to write. So, and then I'll just go over it so you can see how to do it. So I'm going up, so I'm going thin, and then I'm going down, so I go thicker. And then this is thick, and then this is thin. And then you just keep on going. Okay, and then I go back sometimes with the thinner side just to clean things up. So like I want this to be a little cleaner here, a little more rounded. Maybe my lines are a little shaky, and that's okay. You can always go back and do it again. There you go. And now I'm going to show you, if you got the Tombow pen, the black thin one. It's just the same thing, but if you're trying to make smaller letters, then you could use this one. So I'll just do it quickly with this. And there you have it. Thank you everyone for joining me for this first video. I want to remind you that everything that I'm about to show you for the pages and how I create my bullet journal is just a guideline for you. What is so great is that I get my inspiration from Pinterest, and I make my own twist on most of the pages I do. So that's what I'm encouraging for you all to do, is to get the inspiration from wherever that may be and to really find your own style and what works for you. You don't have to follow every single thing that I do. It's just to help you learn how to bullet journal and have fun with it, because that's the most important part.